Andersen Opus 33, number 12. I'll play it first, and then we'll talk. It was almost perfect. Made a couple of mistakes in the second to last line, but who cares? We're always going to work on this for the rest of our lives. I think that's a great representation of the things I want to teach you to do. So let's talk about it. Number 12 to me is a study in evenness. And it's also a study of playing these beautiful phrases that if you play perfectly metronomic, it sounds a little bit too robotic. And then if you have too much rubato, then it's just out of place. The rubato loses its meaning because it's not grounded in a consistent pulse. So in this particular key, it has A sharps, G sharps, F sharps, C sharps, D sharps, and then double sharps written all over. So if this etude teaches us nothing else, is how to carefully look at the text and be able to navigate your way through the thorns of sharps and double sharps. Second thing, a lot of the combinations that include the G sharp for us, the closed G sharp system, means that we have to navigate this combination of fingerings, E to G sharp, F to G sharp, F sharp. So this kind of coordination is what we're working on in this piece. And then, a lot of people these days want to play as loud as possible, and I just don't understand why. Perhaps there's an idea that if they are able to achieve the title of the loudest person, then they automatically win some kind of mental competition. It is mental to me, but not in the way that they think. I recommend that you work on your dynamic contrast. Stop working on being a good flute player and work on being a great musician, no matter what instrument, piano, flute, or whatever that you play. In this case, I tried very hard. I hope you heard that I really, really was working on creating a hollow tone color at the beginning of it, so that it gave me somewhere to grow. When I hear my students play Andersen Opus 33, number 12, I don't know why I have to keep saying the opus number. It's a pattern now that I've done a couple of these videos. Now, whenever I hear you guys play number 12, you try your best to play all the notes and the rhythms, and that's admirable. I absolutely want to encourage you to do that, but that's the bare minimum of what a musician should strive for. The Andersen is writing all of these really, really cool crescendo, decrescendo, piano, mezzo piano, all of these beautiful expressive markings. And if you just play the notes, you're blowing past all of that. I don't want you to play it like this. That's molto fortissimo, flute player. I don't like that. And then here's another version of a flute player I don't like. I don't like the people who try to do this. That's not impressive to any musician. If you're serious, it's about expression. What are you trying to say and with sound, and how can you shape and sculpt that sound for the limited amount of time that we're blessed enough to be able to play it? It's very, very important that I want to convey. Don't try to be the fastest. Don't try to be the loudest. Don't try to be number one. It's a problem in our country. I'm number one. I'm not, no. I'm honest. I am, how about I'm courageous? How about I admit my faults? How about those kind of qualities? I think that would serve you best in the long-term goal of your musical journey. Just an opinion. Okay, so the crescendo in measure 2. Try to stay as subdued as possible in the first measure. If it was piano, I'd stay that way. Then you should be smoky, that kind of beautiful hollow color, yellow color, in the Trevor Y tone book idiom. So try to create as beautiful and soft color as you can, and then show us in the second measure, you know, how to grow the dynamic out of that. Instead of forcing it with your musculature, without forcing your lips or forcing the air, just try to relax. Listen to me do it, and I want you to notice how my body just relaxes. When we let go of things, we create more space. So if you were to hold a rose or to hold a pencil like this, there is a time where your muscles will give out and you'll drop it. It may not be in one day, it may not be in 2 days, but for all of us as human beings, we can't hold on to things forever physically. So what you should do in this case is you should go like this. La, 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 la. And when you crescendo, just let it all go. Okay? Watch my body. It'll just relax. As it relaxes, the aperture, the hole in the mouth, gets a little bit bigger. It goes from this to some focused thought to just relax. And it will give you a much clearer, much more powerful dynamic contrast, I believe. Enough talking. Let me demonstrate. You hear that? It's pretty good. Now if I force it, it's a different kind of sound. I don't think that was that much louder, but I was really trying to push the sound. Sometimes what we think is a lot of effort is really just big muscles constricting. That's actually not the kind of effort that unlocks the power of this instrument. This instrument is one of finesse and accuracy. And it's kind of like a cat. Have you ever ordered a cat to like roll over? Hey, roll over, roll over. The cat's just going to look at you like, oh, this poor stupid human. It's not going to do what you want unless you obey the law of the cat. I know one of the laws of cats is whenever that tin can starts moving and they hear that sound, they're like, all right, I guess I'll get up and go eat food. The flute is a lot like that. The flute will obey certain physical laws. And if you tap in and really study what those physical laws are, you'll have much more success than wanting to do something or to muscle it. Muscling it does not work very well, in my opinion, on this instrument. But thinking before you play and practicing very, very fundamental skills will last your entire lifetime. And as your body, here's what I want to talk about. Your body will change. So some of the techniques that you learn when you're young just will not work in 7 to 14 years. You will have a completely new body. I think I read or heard somewhere that every cell in your body is replaced every 7 years. Not all at once. You're not like a butterfly that just comes out of a cocoon. But really, if you think about it, even metaphorically, we have a new body every 7 years. So we go through different changes in our lifetime. And I think you should listen to your body as it grows older. You need to constantly check in and modify a couple of the things that you once thought were helpful or the only thing to do as a kid. I was never like that. I was able to just throw away something that wasn't useful to me, and then later on go, I see that skill on the floor. Let me pick that up and dust it off. Let me see if it works. You'll be surprised as you grow older and older, things will not work and you'll put them aside, and then maybe 10 years later you'll pick them up again and go, I understand now what that is. And then 10 years after that you go, nope, that doesn't work for me anymore. I got a bad back. So just be flexible is what I'm trying to say. All right, enough of that kind of philosophy. The danger zone is the middle section where it starts with the C double sharp. I'm sorry. In this, I'm really going to judge you on. I need you to play piano and then immediately, night and day, flip of the switch, forte. So you're playing 16th notes, the rhythm doesn't change. Da ba dee ba dee ba dee ba dee ba da 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 ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba ba da, and then it slowly grows. Pay attention to the dynamic contrast and you'll play this piece a lot more musically. All right. As always, if you have a question, just let me know and I'd be more than happy to spend some time to clear it up for you. That'll be it for now. Happy practicing, and I'll see you next time.